Spider-Man is the menace, and we've got the exclusive photos to prove it. We're swinging into the latest homecoming set pics on today's Nerdist News. You know, it is almost impossible to imagine Spider-Man swinging into action without picturing that iconic New York City skyline in the background. That's why we're so psyched when we heard that after a few months of filming in Georgia, Spider-Man Homecoming was packing up production and taking it on the road to New York. Spider-Man Homecoming, as you probably already know, is Spidey's first solo film in the MCU after his debut in Captain America: Civil War. And if you had any worry about how the movie was going to turn out, you can rest a little easier knowing that Marvel is doing the wall crawler right by making sure that, just like Sbarro's, he's getting a little bit of that authentic New York City flavor. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. But the biggest reason we're psyched about a major location change is that inevitably it leads to a bunch of new set pics before the cast and crew head to a soundstage, and lo and behold, the covert ninjas of Instagram and Snapchat of New York City did not disappoint. In the last 2 days, we've gotten a ton of sneakily snapped set pics that have turned our offices into the Daily Bugle while we speculate about what the pictures could mean for the plot of Spider-Man Homecoming. Our first crop of pics and vids showed a stunt Spidey hanging from a helicopter high above the streets of New York City holding a red-haired girl in his arms. A redhead girl, you say? At first glance, it is easy to assume this is a stand-in for our Mary Jane, especially since the formerly rumored MJ Zendaya seems to be playing a character only identified as Michelle. But what we're more interested in right now is what the girl's holding in her hands. A camera! That's right, the MCU is finally going full Gen Z because this red-headed rescuee is snapping selfies midair. It may seem a little reckless, but hey, this is a universe that's had Iron Man since '08, so superheroes are nothing special for these teens. It makes sense that our possible Mary Jane would be a little less than fazed by a flying hero, especially after witnessing the Battle of New York a few summers ago. Plus, think of all those sweet, sweet followers she's gonna get. There's also a chance this isn't even a rescue at all. The shots show Peter holding her pretty casually, so this might just be a breezy new way for Peter Parker to earn some extra cash. Get a ride and take a picture with the Amazing Spider-Man, all for just 20 bucks. It may be crass, but it's probably harder to make money from the Daily Bugle now that every civilian with a cell phone is a photographer. Now, if those pics represent the highs for Peter Parker and Spider-Man Homecoming, we know this means there's some lows waiting in the wings for our teenage hero. Over the years, bad luck has been a bigger threat to Peter Parker than the Green Goblin and Doc Ock combined. And we see that bad luck coming on full force in the set of pics where Spidey's forced to walk home at night dressed in an oversized t-shirt reading, "I survived my trip to New York City," and some bright pink Hello Kitty pajama bottoms. What's wrong with bright pink Hello Kitty pajama bottoms?
Nothing.
That's
the wrong size.
Oh, they're a little tight.
They were more fitted.
Okay, that's cool. All right, now the shirt tells us that the people of New York seem to be developing a sense of humor about the constant superhero battles that are tearing their city apart. And hey, maybe Peter borrowed that outfit from Aunt May. At least it's the hipper, younger Aunt May. If this were 3 movies ago, he'd probably be walking home in Depression-era house dress. That's mean. That's mean. But how did Peter Parker find himself in this humiliating ensemble? Did the Vulture or one of the film's other rumored villains make off with the expensive high-tech Spidey suit Tony Stark delivered in Civil War? We're saying nope. Nothing that cool. The only bad guys targeting Peter Parker here are improperly followed washing instructions, and man, they are taking a toll. Spider-Man's bad luck at the laundromat has been a reoccurring joke in the comics and movies since the 60s, and we think we're seeing another instance of it here. Just check out this video of Peter trying to slip into his Spidey suit and discovering that it's a lot more snug than usual. Next, we finally have our first glimpse at Tony Stark returning to Queens with a shot of his Bentley on set, personalized license plate and all. Obviously, this doesn't give us a ton to go on. It's unclear as of now if Stark could be here on official Avengers business, finally inviting Spider-Man to join the team. He'll need some new recruits after the end of Civil War, or perhaps the visit is just to give one final shot at putting the moves on Aunt May. Or maybe it's a far more mundane reason, like, say, he's there to teach Peter the proper way to wash and take care of a Stark Industries supersuit. While selfies and washing machine woes may seem a little less than spectacular, they do fall in line with Marvel's stated vision for the movie, taking Spider-Man back to a more teen-centric John Hughesy vibe. Now we're excited for a more fun Spider-Man, especially after 2 not-so-amazing films that presented Peter as some kind of millennial bad boy. So hopefully this film will provide the homecoming promised to us in the title. But what do you guys think? Are you excited about the return of a down-on-his-luck Peter Parker? Was that really a Mary Jane stand-in snapping selfies midair, or are you still holding out for a Zendaya reveal? And will someone please direct Peter to the Yelp page for the best place to get his Spidey suit dry cleaned at 3 o'clock in the morning? Let's discuss. We have new details about Alpha, our partnership with Geek and Sundry, to share with you. We're talking brand new shows, getting your favorite shows 48 hours in advance, live streaming, and other cool stuff like live polling and chatting with the gang. You can find all of the info over at Nerdist.com, but bottom line is, early access to Alpha is starting October 3rd. Holy crap, that's soon. So get to Nerdist.com, check out all the details. You know, no pressure there, but seriously, it's awesome, so check it out. There's an all-new Dan Cave. He's breaking down the 9 most unintentionally scary kids movies of all time. And don't forget, we'll see you live on Twitch at 3 p.m. for Nerdist News Talks Back. Bye.